A new and deeply unsettling layer of cancer's impact is coming into view. Beyond its devastating physical toll, advanced cancer appears to directly attack a patient's motivation, quite literally dismantling their will to live from the inside out. What has long been dismissed as a natural psychological reaction to suffering may in fact be an orchestrated neurological assault. New research suggests that cancer actively rewires a brain circuit linked to motivation, turning the very mechanism that drives human engagement and persistence into a liability. The implications are as disturbing as they are profound. Apathy is more than just a symptom. For many with late-stage cancer, it becomes a defining feature of their final months. It strips away joy, effort, and connection. This isn't merely a passive response to weakness or fatigue. Instead, scientists have now uncovered how cancer-induced inflammation targets a key brain region responsible for regulating effort and reward. As the body deteriorates, so too does the brain's internal engine that once fueled daily action. The result is a state where even simple tasks feel insurmountable. Patients describe it as an overwhelming sense that everything is too hard. And tragically, this loss of motivation isolates them further from loved ones, undermines their willingness to continue treatment, and hastens decline. Using advanced neuroscience tools in a mouse model of cancer cachexia, a wasting syndrome that affects most terminal cancer patients, researchers were able to trace this destruction down to a circuit-level dysfunction. The area postrema, a tiny structure in the brain that lacks the usual protective blood-brain barrier, acts like a gateway for inflammation. It's uniquely exposed to inflammatory molecules released by tumors. When activated, it sets off a chain reaction that suppresses dopamine in the nucleus accumbens, the brain's motivational hub. This isn't a vague feeling of being tired. It's an engineered reduction in the neurological currency of effort. Dopamine, often misunderstood as a pleasure chemical, is really about drive, the decision to act in the face of cost. It's what tips the scales when a person chooses to endure discomfort or pursue a long-term reward. When dopamine is cut off, motivation disappears. In mouse models, this manifested clearly. Animals with cancer still sought easy rewards, but gave up almost immediately when any significant effort was required. The parallels to human behavior in late-stage cancer are unmistakable and chilling. What's perhaps most unsettling is how efficiently this mechanism operates. It suggests that cancer doesn't just attack organs or consume calories, it hijacks cognition. And it raises a sobering question. How many people have been silently overwhelmed by this engineered apathy, wrongly believing it to be a personal failure of will or character? Though researchers were able to restore motivation in mice through interventions like blocking specific cytokines or stimulating dopamine pathways, these are early steps. There is no current treatment that targets this circuit in human patients. That means for now, the mechanism continues unchecked, quietly dismantling resolve and draining patients of the very mental energy they would need to fight back. This erosion of will isn't limited to cancer. The same inflammatory molecules implicated in this study play a role in chronic diseases ranging from autoimmune disorders to long-term infections and even clinical depression. In all these cases, apathy may not be emotional or reactive, it may be biochemical, embedded in a hardwired evolutionary response that has outlived its usefulness. What once helped the body conserve energy during acute illness now becomes a chronic sabotage in the face of long-term disease. While the research offers a sliver of future hope, it also presents an immediate reality that is bleak. Families caring for loved ones in the grip of this motivational decay often mistake it for depression or emotional withdrawal. Physicians may assume it's simply part of the dying process. But what if it's not? What if we've been misreading a fundamental aspect of disease, one that is not inevitable but interruptible? Until therapies exist to intercept these inflammatory signals or repair these brain circuits, patients are left vulnerable to a hidden neurological attack that makes life feel impossible just when it matters most. It is not only their bodies that are being consumed, it is their agency, their volition, their connection to the world. And the pain of watching a loved one slip into emotional and motivational paralysis without understanding why is a unique and haunting kind of grief. The discovery of this circuit does not change the course of cancer. Yet, But it does change what we know about the experience of dying. It exposes a hidden cruelty in how disease strips away dignity not just through pain and decay, but by stealing the very will to fight. And unless we act on this knowledge, we will continue to let patients suffer in silence, assuming their apathy is a symptom of weakness rather than what it truly is, another front in the war cancer wages against the self.